her yearly. Literally walked right up to me, got downwind of me, and either smelled me or smelled my dominant buck urine. Did not like it, either one. I walked 2 miles. I walked 2 miles away from the parking lot. There were 3 trucks, and the dude is literally 80 yards away from me right now in a tree stand that was not there a few weeks ago. You just can't escape people. I literally went to the farthest place you could possibly be on this public land. And there's a dude on the hard road where everybody walks going into my tree stand. He's in like a ladder stand or something. Just can't get away from people. But it's early November, so the bucks are not chasing. They're just kind of cruising, scraping right now. But this is where I shot my buck last year, my 9-pointer. So hopefully that guy doesn't do anything to mess us up. I wouldn't think so. But it's really crunchy right now. So we'll hear a deer coming. Deer. That sucks. Thought maybe it would have been a big doe. I hear something.
Meep.
What's going on, guys? So yesterday I hunted this stand for the first time ever. Last night was crazy. I'm just kind of trying to explain to you just everything that happened. So I go into this tree stand for the first time. I haven't got a lot of trail cam pictures in here, but that doesn't mean anything because they could literally be on the other side of the trail camera. And actually, that's kind of what happened. So I put my trail camera literally on the other side of this tree. But yesterday, I was in here and I had a small doe and a button buck pretty much beelining under my tree stand. And then I lost camera light, but it was still shooting light. And I had two does come from the west of me, angle, and I had a 13-yard shot, and I shot too high. I should have aimed at her heart, and I aimed behind her shoulder. Very stupid. I can't remember who it was that said it. It may have been Ted Nugent, may have been Waddell. You know, does are great live practice, and it's true. Because if that was a big buck, I'd be sick to my stomach. But bucks' bodies are a lot bigger. It's a lot different when you're shooting a 2-year-old doe or a 3.5-year-old buck. But I should have aimed lower. I was trying to get over a limb that I saw right there because I should have shot her right when I had an opening, and I didn't, like an idiot. My arrow was covered in blood, but I think it was a high shot. She stopped bleeding in 80 yards. I walked everywhere this morning, and I didn't find no blood, didn't find no deer. So hopefully she's okay. As a bow hunter, sometimes you just when you spend all summer shooting, you know, you're not actually in a tree stand shooting down, and sometimes you forget angles. 15, 14 yards. You gotta aim at the heart. I made that mistake last year, but that was mostly my release messing up. But you gotta aim low when they get real close to you, and just made a mistake. It happens. I honestly, I probably rushed it a little bit. I should have just shot it right there, and then I freaked out because it's so thick in front of me. I have no shots. But anyway, so I walked by that guy yesterday, right? And I'm like, dude, there's a dude like right next to me. There were two guys from Tennessee and a guy from Michigan back here. I'm like, what? He shot a buck. One of the Tennessee guys shot a buck. He walked up to me, and he's like, have you seen a buck lying around? I'm like, no, I just shot a doe. I'm looking for her. And one of the Michigan guys who's not affiliated with them walks up and says, hey, I found your buck. And it was a stud buck, he's like that wide. He's like, that tall, nice height. But he gut shot him. And he shot him this morning, and he was waiting for him to die. So, I shot this doe, and I'm helping these guys pull out this buck. And it's just, there used to be nobody back here for a while, and it's like, it's so crazy that you walk like 2 miles to a tree stand, to a spot you think nobody is at, and there's two dudes from Tennessee and a guy from Michigan all next to you. It's just wild. But I wasn't here very long, and the movement was pretty bad yesterday. It wasn't supposed to be good, but had 4 deer walk pretty much right under me. So I moved my trail camera. I'm seeing scrapes everywhere. I had a big 8-pointer walk under my tree stand, and I was working, obviously, last night, so I couldn't hunt this morning. And he walked right by my tree stand, so that sucks. At like 8:30. So it was like 7:30, 8:30 o'clock. But I got these limbs cut. I actually moved my camera to the left side of the tree because I didn't expect deer to come below me, and I actually had a lot of issues trying to record them because the angle is weird. So I moved the camera to the left side of the tree, so hopefully that'll be a lot better, because there's just so much obstruction right here. Even if I move my camera around, you're just going to see leaves, so I had to clear some spots. But that was wild. That was a wild night last night. Couldn't believe it. I wish I would have got that doe, but maybe we can kill another one today. Maybe we can kill a buck. They're starting to get up and cruise and look for does right now. I just hope this place doesn't get hunted out, you know what I mean? I probably didn't help walking and tromping through the woods, but I didn't spook a single deer. And every single deer yesterday came from the south, and it's supposed to be a west-northwest wind, so if we have any deer come from the same way they did yesterday, it's actually a better wind for this tree stand. What's going on, guys? It is November 8th, and we are in a spot today that I have not hunted in, man, how long has it been? At least 15 years. It's a corner where bucks are constantly coming back and forth. I mean, I walk down this hard road, and there's about 5 forest scrapes and just trails everywhere. It's been pretty dead over here, and then I got a picture of a decent buck. I went to where I've been hunting all season this morning, where we saw that giant 10 and that nice 8, and I didn't see a single deer. My dad didn't see a single deer. My cousins, my uncle, and everybody. Nobody saw nothing today. A doe actually just walked in front of my camera right here. But I may shoot anything today. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to be in a really close spot, so if a deer does come my way, I'm just going to turn the cameras on and go. It's just going to be one of them days I can't. It's really hard to record on the ground on spots like this. It's so thick in here, it's really hard to find a spot where you have cover and you have shots. But we're going to sit tight. Hopefully we see a big boy. Oh, it's a week from gun season here in Indiana. We just sighted in my muzzleloader, and thankfully it's all good. So hopefully my wife will be using it and not me. Well, that about sums up my season. Like right here. Right here. Big buck. He was gonna come right here. It's literally the only place a deer can win me. And that's where the buck was. Like, that's been my luck all season. Everything coming downwind. Like, there's just one little lane, one place. That's exactly where the buck comes from. He had a tall, crazy rack. I just can't win. I don't see a deer all day. I come to this corner, I'm like, I got a good feeling about it. I turn around and he's just standing there. Over the next couple of days, I actually went out and hunted in a huge snowstorm that came in early November with 30, 40 mile an hour winds, like an idiot, thinking that I would see a single deer. But I love hunting in the snow. I love hunting in the cold, and I only get a few opportunities sometimes a week, so you got to hunt with what you got. And, of course, sat all day, froze my butt, didn't see anything, regardless of how beautiful it looked. And then I even went out again when the wind died down and still saw absolutely nothing. No does, no bucks. I wasn't getting anything on my trail cam pictures. It's kind of a testament, I really think, to how weather doesn't affect deer as much as we think it does during the rut. Whether it's really cold or it's really hot, it doesn't matter, because I saw absolutely nothing in freezing temperatures, and now we are here at the very end of bow. What's going on, guys? It is November 14th, and it is the day before gun season here in Indiana. It's been a pretty crazy week, but I'm finally in the tree stand. Movement's been pretty bad. A lot of guys haven't seen a lot of deer lately, but the rut is on. My dad and my brother didn't hunt this tree stand this morning. I don't know why, and there was an 8-pointer chasing a doe in here. I'm not sure how good he was exactly, but it looked like a decent buck. Today we got Bucky Jr. How am I doing this? Right here, yeah. Bucky Jr.'s with us today. Not sure he's gonna do as much good, but I'm gonna kind of grunt and rattle, just see what happens. I was gonna put Dopey down, but I'll probably do that tomorrow morning, because I'm probably gonna be in the stand tomorrow. But it's been a crazy week. I mean, like 5 days ago, it is 65 degrees. It's almost 70 in the sun. right now. And literally 5 days ago, I was in a winter snowstorm, 8 inches of snow on the ground, 30-mile-an-hour winds, 20 degrees. Crazy. 5 days later, all the snow's gone, and it's 70 degrees again. I mean, it's insanity, the snowstorm that we had, and the fact that I didn't see a single deer during that winter storm. I hunted 2 times in that snow. Nothing. But we're just gonna sit down, pray we see something. My buddy Joe Shambo, the biggest buck I've ever seen killed out of this place, he shot a 190-inch deer, and it was 70 degrees out. So when it's the rut, it's the rut. But my brother's hunting another area on the other side of the public land right now, stand that I shot my biggest buck out of. Hopefully he sees something, but I don't think we're gonna see much this evening. But it's gonna be a crazy day because the state of Indiana legalized high-powered rifles on public land. Because of that, the DNR started freaking out, so they shortened the amount of guys that can hunt here in gun season. So I'm gonna have to be here extra early to get in. Some public lands don't have a limit, but ours does. And honestly, I'm kind of glad, because it gets kind of ridiculous. But probably not gonna see nothing. I'm excited for gun season, but I would love to kill a buck with my bow tonight. So all you can do is sit and hope. buck, he would have been